talk to you guys about a common dating trap. A super common dating trap is where we spiritually bypass. Say you're like turning down dates all the time, right? Or you're not letting yourself be open and approachable and available to a certain man that doesn't look like he's your guy, right? And I do look like because we can't control who, how, and when we fall in love. So now what I see girls say is like, right away, say they'll go, oh, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Now here's the thing. I'm all about intuition. I'm all about trusting yourself, following your intuition. It's important. As women, we're highly intuitive. And the trap that I see is people follow that over and over again because they're confusing intuition with fear. So essentially they're bypassing. And I've done it, right? And I like to highlight or bring up this conversation because I want women to manifest and attract the relationship of their dreams. If there's ever a discrepancy between what we want and what we dream, usually there's fear or a limiting belief in the space. So sometimes we can confuse our intuition with fear. I'm going to give you a way to distinguish the two so that way you can take it with you. We want to distinguish between fear and between intuition by looking for patterns. So now as you're going out and dating and maybe you're saying that doesn't feel right, I just want you to get curious in any situation in life. I just want you to stop and ask, is this a pattern? Have I experienced this same conversation in the same scenario before? Or is this new? So that's the way to distinguish between an intuitive hit and a fearful pattern. So we want to look at, is it an intuitive hit, like an outlier, or is this something I've experienced more than once? Because here's the thing, is fear doesn't feel good. What I see women do is they'll say like, oh my gosh, no, it doesn't feel good, and they'll run from it, when actually moving through that is the one thing that's gonna get it to finally stop showing up. But we got to stop letting that fear, that thing, choose for us, and to stop being afraid of it. So I want every lady on here to know that you absolutely get to experience the relationship of your dreams. You get to attract the relationship of your dreams. And if there's ever a discrepancy between what we want and what we're experiencing, usually there's limits in the space, and sometimes those limits are from fears, which is totally okay. One thing I also want to leave you with today is to flood your consciousness with good thoughts. Always. I am happy, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am loved, I am beautiful. Like, do it all the time, right? Because, and Drew says this and I love it, is he says, if there's dirt in the bottom of a cup, one of the best things we can do is put clean water in it until the dirt cleans out. So we constantly put clean water, and think of the clean water, right, being your thoughts. So just to wrap up in a nutshell, the common trap is fear. And the common trap is thinking that the fear is the reality and running from it or avoiding it and justifying it as intuition. So what you want to do is to distinguish the two, look for patterns, a fearful pattern if it's something that's showing up over and over again, and look for an outlier, like an intuitive hit where it's something new, it's something different, and your intuition's telling you something and you know it's a different feeling. The two different things. I love you guys so much. Bye!